Hello, this video is to show you the difference between absolute and relative coordinate systems. For this video I'm going to show you how to use Cartesian coordinates, which you should have learned previously in your schooling, or you may be learning it for the first time now. But there's two different ways to use it when you're doing G-code programming, which we're going to be doing real soon after this video. To explain it the best, our Cartesian coordinate systems can be broken up into four quadrants. A quadrant here, quadrant here, quadrant here, quadrant here. You can see I have each line labeled. You can see we have the x-axis, the y-axis. Okay? So if we look at this, this is a positive y, this is a positive x. If we stay in this quadrant, everything is positive. All our moves are in the positive quadrant. Now that doesn't mean we have to stay in that move. Some people prefer to work in some of the negative quadrants. For example, the quadrant here. We have a positive y, but we have a negative x. So actually all of our moves in the x direction will be in the negative direction in this quadrant. Okay, now to keep this simple, I'm actually going to delete these other two quadrants here. Okay, so to explain the absolute and incremental coordinates, I'm going to actually start a line. That line, if you look at it, it started at this point right here. Okay, if you take a look at the grid I have on the screen, I'll just let you know that the grid spacing is 1 inch. So each square on here is equal to 1 inch. So that point I plotted right here starts on 1, 1 if we're using absolute coordinates. In a little bit I will explain relative coordinates. For now we're just going to focus on absolute. So absolute coordinates, the point that my cursor is on right now is 1, 1. So I'm going to draw this line up here. And I'm going to put a text in here. 1, 1. Okay. Now, I drew this line up to this point here. So I'm sure you've already counted the squares. If we count it, we moved 1, 2, 3, 4 squares in the y positive direction. The coordinates for this point are 1, 5. So this point right here is 1, 5. Remember, we're talking about absolute coordinates right now. So if we remember, absolute coordinates, everything is based off of your origin. So your origin is 0, 0. If we were to plot this point right here, we would say x 1, y 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you have x1, y5. That's this point here. Okay, let's draw another line. I'm going to actually close up this box here. And we're just going to define all four corners. So this corner right here, using absolute coordinates, you have to count over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So x5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, y5. 5, comma 5. Okay, let's define this point. X is always first, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, x5, y 1. Okay, so now that was using the absolute coordinate system. Remember, the biggest thing you have to remember about absolute coordinates is all of your moves are based off of a 0 point. So 0, comma 0. And then you just use the grid spacing to determine where these points are. Now, relative coordinates are a little different animal. Relative coordinates are based off your current position. It's kind of the best way to explain it. Relative coordinates are based off your current position. Therefore, if I start out at my origin, this point here is still 1, comma 1 because I'm moving 1 in the x direction, 1 in the y direction. But now, if I want to move to this point or plot this point using relative coordinates, 1, 2, 3, 4, it is, I'm just going to type x0, y 4. So what that means is that from this point I moved vertically up in the y direction. I didn't move anywhere in the x direction. Okay, so it went straight up to here. If I were to pick this point here, right here where my cursor is, it would be x1, y4. Let's plot this point from this point using relative coordinates. So this point from here is 1, 2, 3, 4 in the x direction. So it would be 4, comma 0. This one would be 0, comma negative 4. So I bet you're confused now that because I said we're doing everything in the positive plane before. But if you think about it, relative coordinates are all based off of your current position. So if we are here, we want to go to this point here, we actually have to go in the negative direction. Positive direction would be this way or this way. This move would be in the negative direction using relative coordinates. So then if we want to go back to our origin, we can't just simply type 1, comma 1 because it would end up over here somewhere. So with using relative coordinates, you would have to type x negative 4, y 0. That'll get us back to this origin here. Okay, so that's the basics of absolute and relative coordinates. Be sure to watch the next video where I explain how to write G code using absolute and relative coordinates. Thank you.